And when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. These beautiful lines are from the book The Alchemist. Hi everyone, my name is Namita. Welcome to my channel, and today we are going to talk about a wonderful book, a very famous book, The Alchemist. This book is written by Paulo Coelho. I hope this is how it is pronounced. Now, many of you asked me in the comment section which books shall we buy to improve our English, because I have mentioned I'm a reader. I read a lot of books and I recommend you all to read books. That's why I thought let me share a beautiful, wonderful book which has immense learning that you can take along. So I'm going to share what I have learned from this book, the key points that might help you in deciding whether you want to buy this or not. It can be a good read for you. So before we get into it, before I tell you about the book, I would like to ask you, do you know the meaning of alchemist? Who actually an alchemist is? Now, alchemist is actually a person who transforms or creates something beautiful through some magical process. Alchemist is someone who transforms things for better. It can be a person who converts lead into gold through his magic. It can be a person who cures a disease. Basically, alchemist can be a doctor. He or she can be a preacher, a teacher, someone who transforms something for you. He changes a basic element into something superior. So what I took from this book, or what I learned, was that we need to be our own alchemist. We need to keep bettering ourselves every day, and for the whole process of becoming our best version, we have to find that magic within ourselves, and we are all magical. It is just that we have to start believing in miracles and magic, which is hidden somewhere deep inside us only. So let's talk about this book. This is going to be a very good read, but yeah, if I have to share some life lessons with you, so what am I going to do? I'm going to read some lines from this book, a very short lines, not the full paragraphs, and tell you what am I learning. So let's begin reading some books. I've already marked some of them which I'm going to read for you. So let's just read some lines. Now, Coelho writes that it's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. Once we lose track of the dream, are we giving up on our meaning of life? So by these lines, I learned that without the ability to dream, life would lose its purpose. And this is what is happening with us also. Somewhere we have lost our purpose. We have lost this whole dreaming thing. If we don't believe in dream, if we don't dream, we are born without wings. It means that we have lost our wings. Dreams give us wings. We should keep our dreams alive. People will tell us, the society will tell us that things are not possible, this would not happen. But we have to keep them alive so that we keep going, so that we keep looking for the purpose. Why have we come on this planet? What is the reason? So dreams should be that reason. If you're dreaming, that means you're alive, you're awake, you will get up every morning to go after something. Run after your dreams. Fly. Don't let your dreams just die, no matter how old you get. Dreams should always be kept alive. Okay, let me read some more lines. Everyone, when they are young, knows what their personal legend is. At that point in their lives, everything is clear and everything is possible. They are not afraid to dream and to yearn for everything they would like to see happen to them in their lives. But as the time passes, a mysterious force begins to convince them that it will be impossible for them to realize their personal legend. So the second lesson, according to me, would be that as we age, it becomes more difficult to maintain focus. A child, a small child, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, till 10, I would say even till their teenage, they still dream big. They have bigger dreams. They all want to become millionaires. They talk about having bungalows with a swimming pool. They talk about having Rolls Royce. They talk about having Mercedes. Have you heard how small children communicate their dreams? But as they grow up, the adults, our elders, the society tells us that this is not possible. It is not that easy. You are living in your dream world. In reality, just be able to earn 2 times of meals for yourself. Go get yourself a job. If you don't tell all these things to these young children, they would be able to create a rich, a wealthy life for themselves. But because we keep telling them you have to acquire degrees, you have to either become a doctor or an engineer, and when they don't get into that zone, if they are not being able to clear the entrances and all those things, they get disappointed, and all of us have ended up in basic jobs, not being able to create a very affluent scenario for ourselves. So same happens with the child. So as we grow older, no's which people tell us, no, it is not possible, no, you cannot become rich, no, you cannot become a millionaire, no, you cannot do this. The no's tell us that it is only a basic life that we deserve, and this is how things function. Keep that child in us intact who keeps telling us that dreaming big is possible. In fact, dreaming big is important, and making it come true is possible. Okay, let me read one more wonderful line. Kohler says that every blessing ignored becomes a curse. Do you agree with this one? Which brings me to the third lesson, which says that take advantage of every opportunity. We keep coming across a lot of opportunities, but we don't really take them, and in the end we keep blaming God that He has not done this for us, our destiny never favored us. But we don't realize that we keep missing and ignoring opportunities by thinking that I would find something big. Basically, we have to grab whatever is coming. Sometimes we just let everything go and we are searching for something in oblivion. We don't even know if it exists or not. If we truly want to find a purpose of our life, if we truly want to do what we love to do, we have to explore different options. We have to keep taking up different opportunities. We have to keep working in different areas so that we can find that one zone which we will fall in love with, which we can pursue for the rest of our lives. But for that, we have to keep exploring. So if we don't explore it, that becomes a curse, because later in life we might start regretting, oh, I wish I had taken up that, oh, I wish I pursued it, oh, I wish I had married that girl. These things happen at later stages. So pick up whatever opportunity you have right now, even if you have to fight for it, even if you have to ignore what people have to say, even if you have to go against the society, do it to save yourself from later regrets, which are curses. Okay, the next few lines which are very nice. But the sheep had taught him something even more important, that there was a language in the world that everyone understood. It was the language of enthusiasm, of things accomplished with love and purpose, and as part of a search for something believed in and desired. Now this brings me to the fourth lesson, which is no matter our appearance, our location, or our religious beliefs, we are all fighting the same battle. See how diversified we are here in India only, and of course beyond the boundaries. There is so much of segregation. We are divided initially with the religions. We all have different religious beliefs. Then within the religion we are divided into communities, and within communities we are segregated into various castes and creeds and whatnot. And within India also we are separated through states. Our boundaries separate us, and we have different beliefs in everything. How diversified we are, no matter what religion we follow, which caste we belong to. The most important thing is that we all want to reach on the top. We all want to be successful. We all want to be happy. We all need love. We all want to achieve something which we still don't know what it is. We are all finding our purpose. Basically, we all need to go within. It is not a place which we are looking for. It is something which is needed to be looked at within, and that will give us the meaning. And this is something we need to do. So let's not look at people through a particular religion or through a community, through a particular caste. All of us, end of the day are the same. We are the ones who have divided ourselves, but we are all the same. Now, he still had some doubts about the decision he had made, but he was able to understand one thing: making a decision was only the beginning of things. When someone makes a decision, he's really diving into a strong current that will carry him to places he had never dreamt of when he first made the decision. Which brings me to the fifth lesson. Deciding is the hardest part. It is so difficult how to make a decision. I have been very indecisive. Now, the problem with indecisiveness is that when you don't take your own decisions, someone else does it for you. And when someone else takes the major and the most important decisions of your life, it is always in their favor. They take it from their point of view, how they will be benefited from it. They will not look at the things from your perspective. So again, when you don't take your major decisions, be it your career, in class 11 which subjects are you going to choose, then after college which subjects will you choose for graduation, from masters, for which kind of job will you pursue, everything decide for yourself. The person you're going to marry, decide for yourself. In our culture, our parents take major decisions: our career, our marriage, how many children are we going to have, which kind of home shall we stay in, whether we should go abroad or settle here. Everything is decided by our elders. Take your own decisions. Let's be more decisive, because as we grow old, we will only regret the decisions that we did not take for ourselves. Our happiness lies in our hands. Maybe the decision is wrong, maybe it would not be the most fruitful one, but there would be one thing that we will say, that at least I tried. At least I tried. Otherwise, you will always regret, I wish I had tried, I wish I had given it a chance. So decide. It is hard, but don't ignore it. Take your decisions at the right time from your own heart only. Moving on to the next lines, and it's again a wonderful one. No matter how many detours and adjustments it made, the caravan moved towards the same compass point. Once obstacles were overcome, it returned to its course, sighting on a star that indicated the location of the oasis. So the sixth lesson is, there will always be detours. Whether you let them alter your final destination is up to you. We will always have challenges. There would always be people who would pull us down. We will face discriminations. There would be negative situations which would ask us to give up. We don't have to give up. We should be focused towards our goals. What our heart desires, what we want for ourselves, should be something which should keep us focused, which should get us going every single day. Because no matter what your path is, there are going to be people who would tell you that this is not the right thing to do. There would be detours. Sometimes you'll have to deviate from your path, but keep coming back to it if you truly want to get there. And getting there is just about growing up as an individual. It's all about the process of ripening. Many people are not getting to that level. See them, they are leading the same lives which they were leading 25-30 years back. No change, no growth, no going of the, what do you call it, this graph, going of the graph upside. Nothing. They are still just like a lake of water. They're not moving. So if you are just moving, if you are just trying new things, that's enough. Your destination should not be one place. Keep changing it. Keep taking different path. Just you have to keep going. That's all this book is teaching us. Moving on to the next lines. There is only that moment and the incredible certainty that everything under the sun has been written by one hand only. It is the hand that evokes love and creates a twin soul for every person in the world. Without such love, one's dreams would have no meaning. So the seventh lesson is, love with all of your heart. We are scared of loving. We are scared of being loved. Love somewhere is more of a fear in our hearts than a feeling, than an emotion. Love with all your emotions, love with all your heart. Don't be scared to love people. We are scared. Love has become such a thing that people don't want to get into it. It's, in Bollywood movies, they always talk about falling in love. It is not falling, it's about rising in love. Love should help you rise in your life. It should help you take an upper step. So love is something which I believe, which this book is not literally saying, but what I believe is that love starts with our own selves. Are we in love with ourselves? A person who is full of love within himself or herself would be able to love the other person in a better way. Otherwise, if you are empty, if your love jar has nothing in it, you are empty, you will try to just take it from the other person, which all of us are doing. We want to snatch love from other people. So it is never unconditional. Start love from yourself. Burn that fire into your heart, the fire of love. So do that, ignite that emotion, that love emotion. Then only you'll be able to share it. Then only you'll be able to love with all your heart, with all the wonderful feelings. So the next few lines: when I have been truly searching for my treasure, I have discovered things along the way that I never would have seen had I not had the courage to try things that seemed impossible for a shepherd to achieve. This book is all about a shepherd, so how he was rearing sheep and what destiny he takes later on. It is not your final goal that defines you. It is the mistakes you made and the lessons you learned along the way which makes you who you are. And I keep saying that all the time, which brings me to the 8th lesson, which is, with every difficult circumstance comes invaluable experience. We have felt stuck in various situations. Maybe you're stuck with your English right now, but it is a very small thing. Trust me, life brings so many more challenges. We've all felt stuck. We've all felt entangled into a very difficult situation. We have all been through a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. I have been through a lot of pain, and there was a time when I thought that I would never be able to come out of it. It was a very long period when I was in extreme pain, physical, mental, emotional, all sort of pain I have experienced, and I felt that this is an abyss. I would never be able to come out of it. But there came a time when I decided that I'm not going to cry all my life. I'm not going to be a victim of circumstances or situations. Whatever has happened now. I have to come out of it. And I took that pain as a medal, and I believe that it has made me a stronger person. It is an invaluable lesson that I've had. It is an experience. It is not just a suffering. It's an experience. So everything which you're finding difficult right now is trying to teach you something. Just have faith in yourself and emerge as a stronger person. Don't be a weak person who is always a victim. You're into that self-pity mode because of the pain and suffering. Come out of it as a warrior. Take it as a lesson. It is just an experience, nothing else. Okay, the next few lines. As you set out to make the world a better place for yourself, remember to help improve the world for others too. That's what alchemists do. They show that when we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. And that's my favorite lesson, which is the 9th lesson. As you learn, teach others. As you experience life, share your understandings. And that's something which I am doing. Why do I share all these things? Why am I sharing this book? Is because I have loved it, and I truly believe that it will be helpful for you also. You will be able to benefit from it. I truly believe that knowledge has to be shared, and I'm not the only one. There are many people who believe the same thing. There are many great people, the preachers, who are here to share their wonderful lessons, their wonderful experiences, their knowledge with us. Otherwise, if people would not share, how would we come across books like these? How would we ever know? This is nothing but a treasure, the knowledge that this person has shared. So it is being passed on to every next generation. Keep sharing. Whenever you feel that you've learned something, share it with people. It's important. So my purpose of making this video is the same, that I want to share it. So sharing is caring, as we all know. brings me to the 10th lesson, but I would not give you the lesson. I would just read a few lines, and I would want you all to comment down in the comment section and let me know which lesson are you taking away from these lines. Let me read these lines loud and clear to you. Listen to your heart. It knows all things because it came from the soul of the world, and it will one day return there. Shall I repeat? Let me read it again. Listen to your heart. It knows all things because it came from the soul of the world, and it will one day return there. These are my favorite lines. So you will tell me, give me a heading of the lesson just like I did in the previous 9 lessons. Tell me, what are you taking away from this? So this was about this wonderful, wonderful book, The Alchemist. It is one of my favorites. Madonna has written something in the end of this book, a few lines which I'll read. The Alchemist is a beautiful book about magic, dreams, and the treasures we seek elsewhere, and then end on our doorstep. So this is actually defining the book very well. If you want to buy it, if you think that it's a book worth a read, then buy it. Not very expensive. I think on Amazon you'll get it for 150 or something. Not very expensive. So I loved it. I loved the whole journey. It's based in a desert. Half of his journey is in the desert, and I really loved it, the boy's journey. I am someone who imagines everything. When I'm reading, I see it in my mind. The whole journey is like I have taken snapshots of the book. I'm reading, but my imagination is showing me the visuals. It's better than watching a movie. This is the impact of books on me. How books impact you? What is your way of reading? Let me know. But one thing, I'll end it with the same thing. Read it aloud. Whenever you're reading, just read it out loud. Let your mouth speak. Let your ears hear you speaking in English. They should listen to you speaking in English, and let your mind get convinced that yes, you can speak in English. That's the whole purpose. But this channel is not just about working on your English. We here talk about working on different skills which lead us to our overall growth. So this was a book review. I've shared the key points. I've shared what lessons have I learned from it. But the last one, you're going to leave me in the comment section. What lesson have you learned from the 10th line, the 10th point where I've read some lines? So take care of yourself. Be your own alchemist. Give your life a better direction by being your own doctor, by being your own goldsmith. Be your own saver. That's all I can say. So I'll see you in my next video. Till then, keep loving yourself unconditionally. Bye bye for now.